International travel writer Robin Esrock has seen his fair share of the world, but back in 2011, the South African immigrant and now Canadian citizen realized he had yet to explore much of his own adopted country. This would produce a small article for the Globe and Mail called The Great Canadian Bucket List, and with some interest from key individuals, it quickly turned into a much bigger project.
I came up with this long list, and about a quarter of it made it into the newspaper. The publisher read it and thought, somebody needs to write this book. And they called me up. I said, has nobody written that book? And they said, no, so I'll do it. Usually it's things that people exactly don't think much of. It's just that thing around the corner. And what? You can't do that anywhere else in the world. So I'll speak to tour operators, I'll speak to Canadians, and I'll say, what is the most amazing thing you've done in this country? Why? How? Where? And then I'd go off and do it. And if it measured up to my own kind of warped, biased criteria, i.e., I've never seen anything like that anywhere, it made it into the book.
Over a 2-year period, the Burnaby resident journeyed across the nation, documenting the top travel experiences he felt every Canadian should embark upon before they die. The final publication, which spotlights 115 bucket list items, was released in 2013 and quickly became a national bestseller.
The book itself is an inspirational guide. It's just a couple of pages, usually with quite a bit of humor, some of that global context I was talking about, making a case of my personal experience and why this particular item belongs on the Great Canadian Bucket List.
Heli skiing, polar bears in northern Manitoba, and sailing in Haida Gwaii were just phenomenal experiences. I personally always wanted to do those things, so when I got to do them, I was like, wow.
Esrock says although the destination is the goal, the journey is what makes the experiences memorable. It's not always about just simply doing the task, it's about letting yourself experience the true emotional sensations that come with crossing an item off your bucket list, like hiking along the West Coast Trail in BC or attending a Shakespeare festival in Quebec.
West Coast Trail is tough. Yeah. We had one bad day of weather out of 7, and it was probably one of the top 3 worst days of my life. It was horrible. It was like cold and wet. You can't get dry, and it's slippery and muddy, and just generally unpleasant because you know that if it was sunny, it'd be okay. Yeah. And the sunny days were just physically very tough, but beautiful, really, really beautiful. Stratford Shakespeare Festival, it's the largest Shakespeare festival in the world, but it's a theatre festival. Like going there, it's great. I mean, it's very nice, very genteel, but that's not what I wanted to do on the bucket list. I wanted to give a standing ovation at that festival because I wanted to see a fantastic performance that would be like, wow, really well done. There you go.
After 10 years, the passion for traveling continues to propel Esrock down the road less traveled. For more information about his book or his ongoing travel writing, visit his website or Facebook page. Reporting for Go Okanagan on Shaw TV, I'm Brendan Osborne in Kelowna.